Tyrants, Tormentors, and the Tiara by James J. Meadows III. Narrated by Steve Knupp. Chapter 1. Clement's eyes shone like embers beneath the hood of his robe, watching the fire in the hearth fade to nothingness. He didn't need the light, and there was no one else in the cabin. An exile imprisoned deep in the confines of an ancient, forbidding forest. Clement had only his hatred to keep him company. No strangers traversed the deadly maze of overgrown firs and spruces looming outside his locked door. No adventurers scaled the treacherous cliffs or ascended the slick, icy walls to reach the barren plateau upon which dwelt his gloomy home. Evil spirits and monsters inhabiting the cursed land kept far from the dark abode, as though fearing the wrath of the greater terror lurking within. Only the pale rays of the moonlit sky dared venture towards his desolate lair. Clement remained a ruin of his former glory. Gray streaks adorned his cropped brown hair. Deep lines cut a winding ravine down his weathered face, giving the illusion of greater age to a man only in his mid-30s. Rips and tears decorated a stained brown robe, its vanishing splendor, once displaying the skill of the land's greatest artisans. But smoldering blue eyes showed the power and life still burning within the sorcerer, whose tyrannical fist once grasped the largest country in the continent of Aurba. The once mighty tyrant wasted away. For 7 years he sat, ate, and slept within the walls, rarely rising from his rotting chair, except to seek the replenishment of his provisions. Like water disturbed by the ripple of a fish passing beneath, the air changed. Clement's head rose as he felt the alteration in the room. The magic surrounding him swirled and tingled in reaction to a conflicting energy source. Someone had entered the cabin. A smile crossed Clement's lips as he rose from the chair and turned to face the thick shadows, masking the corner behind him. "Welcome, Darien," he said. "I'm glad you could come." The shadows split apart as a tall green-cloaked man emerged from their depth. Hatred oozed from his every pore like pus. He was a tall man, powerfully built, with large muscular hands protruding from long emerald sleeves. He possessed an unkempt appearance, wild, scraggly beard, and dirty, knotted hair. His disheveled exterior gave the impression of a madman, but the strength in his steady brown eyes dispelled the illusion as they focused with unwavering intensity upon Clement. "Please sit," Clement offered, waving his hand in a circular motion. The shadows in the room swirled like a strange fog before congealing into a plush black armchair. Clement motioned for the big man to take a seat, but his visitor ignored the gesture. Instead, he ran his eyes up and down Clement's frame, scrutinizing his host with disdain. His lips curled into a malicious grin. "Well, well," he said, slipping in sarcasm. "Clement the Great. Not looking so great now, are we?" Clement's eyes narrowed at hearing his old title used in such a disrespectful manner. His name once inspired fear in the hearts of the most hardened warriors. For more than 10 years, lords and ladies offered their finest wealth to curry his favor. Would-be apprentices swore their souls to his service just to glimpse his power. Opponents forfeited their lives to placate his wrath. Only 3 sorcerers dared to defy him. Equally powerful and corrupt, they forged their own empires in a war for supreme dominion over the embattled land. But their kingdoms never matched his size. Their wealth never equaled his splendor. Their magic never rivaled his might. And their reputations paled before his greatness. Clement gave a harsh laugh, surveying his mocker. "Ha! You should look in a mirror. From where I stand, you don't look so good yourself." Darien, too, had fallen far from his previous glory. He was one of the opposing sorcerer lords, once ruling the second-largest kingdom on the continent. His empire spanned most of the wild and untamed northeastern tundra, while Clement controlled the resource-rich northwestern forest.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?